We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine collective. Today is an amazing porthole that we've entered into, as today kicks off 10 consecutive days in a row of galactic activation porthole days. These energies are very, very strong. This is a time where we're able to tap into the universal energies and even shift into higher timelines. Expect a lot of activations. This is also a powerful space for manifestation. Whatever you're focusing on, you're creating during this time. Now, these energies tend to amplify how you're feeling and what is going on in your life. This is why it's very, very important that you're staying high frequency in this space. Today is day 1 of these 10 days. Sometimes it's rare to have 10 consecutive days in a row of these galactic activation portal days. And then the last one's going to be on the 30th, taking us into Samhain or Halloween. And so we're in a very, very important space. Things are about to get really galactic. We'll kind of talk about that in this video too. So we have a couple of other shifts that are happening at the same time. This week brings us into Scorpio season. Scorpio rules over death, rebirth, of course, transformation, and even sex. Now, this is all about what you need to let go of in order to shift into that higher version of yourself during this time. We're dealing with a lot of Pluto energy too. So expect you might be dealing with fears coming up and even things that you need to heal that are connected to your family line during this time when we're dealing with Pluto energy. Now, also, there's a lot going on with our solar plexus and sacral chakra during this time. That means that you might not be sleeping that great. You might be having crazy dreams. And other kind of things might even be going on too. We're in a really, really big space for energy clearing too. I've been saying that. Make sure you're keeping your energy more clear, as this is a huge space for energy clearing. A lot of you guys might be feeling that too. You might be needing a clearing if you are not feeling great about your situation or not. I want to say ascension symptoms too. I see a lot of people across the collective having ascension symptoms. Sometimes this can indicate needing it or having blocks you need to release. Okay, so we're going to start with a reading for the divine feminine. Remember, this is just a general collective reading. I always say do the one-on-one readings on my website as you're needing them. Those are one-on-one phone calls. They're going to help you a ton with your specific situation. So only take what resonates for your situation, as this is just a general reading, but I still like to put these videos out there. I am an energy healer. I have tons of healings, clearings, and activations on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I do twin flame coaching, which is great for helping you through the process too. So I have all sorts of amazing things on my website. Check it out, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Let's start with a reading for the divine feminine collective. Divine masculine, if you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. You have a lot of things coming up. This is spiritual awakening energy. Many of the divine feminines are going through a spiritual awakening. Not saying the masculines are, but we're doing this reading first. A lot of you are experiencing a spiritual awakening, especially those of you on the twin flame journey. This tends to really act as a catalyst to wake you up more, and is like a fast track to your ascension. Now, I see, and I always say, you're doing the same work within the ascension, but sometimes twin flames can stir up things a little bit extra, and it's like, it can be a little bit more intense, the process that you're specifically going through as a twin flame. And so it's a lot of different layers of yourself that you're going to go into. And it's a little bit like when you go through a spiritual awakening, you're having to, that's the death energy, let go of the ego to go into the spiritual rebirth, the soul. And so if you guys are still in your ego in these galactic spaces, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You're not going to feel great. You're going to go through a lot of purges. And when you're really, really soul aligned and aligned with your soul, you're going to feel really, really good in these energies and things like that. Separation states, not for everyone, but pay attention if you're in these states, very ego state. And of course, we have twin flame union, which is to achieve a state of oneness and to come together into balance between the divine feminine and divine masculine. Now, these galactic activation porthole days are very, very intense. They give us a chance to tap into new light codes and to, we'll say, upgrade in different ways too. So we're experiencing some spiritual upgrades in our life. The mission here is to shift out of that 3D version of reality and into your highest 5D version of self during this time within some of the ascension energies too. So it's all about working on yourself and healing yourself. Now we have some major rest and cocoon vibes going on for the collective. Some of you guys are probably, I don't want to say this, in the cocoon by yourself, you're going to know, or you're going in the cocoon with your flame at this point. Like, and maybe getting really close. I see the ones in union, like really, really doing good. I was like, we're in really beautiful energies. Eat it up. like really good energies for manifesting, for healing things, for those in union, just to feel really, really good in those unions. And then if you guys are into separation too, these are also amazing energies. Sorry, the cat. These are amazing energies for you to shift out of those states. And we're meant to heal things and shift out of those states. So if you're in a space of separation, it's just a really intense space of healing still, and there's more work to be done. Keep working on yourself. Don't give up during this time. I don't know who needs to hear that. Like a lot of you guys are like really close, and you're like, you know, can kind of test you at these places. I want to contact our mutual friends to ask about you. You guys might share a friend circle. I know that a lot about twin flames, where you're closer in your worlds than you might think. And I know, right? Like you might figure that out too, that you're really, really close, or that you have mutual friends, or your worlds are kind of touching and things like that. It just kind of depends. And sometimes you guys might see that happening, especially in separation, where you might like have your friend have heard from your twin flame, or a friend, and they might tell you like, oh, your flame contacted me, right? Or whatever it is. And you know, usually this is, I call it fishing, then fishing or digging around to see how you are, if they can get any type of information. You might be going through that, may or may not. Remember, this is just a general reading. There's so much unspoken between us. I need to tell you how I really feel. And so this could be, we deal with a lot of communication stuff with twin flames where it can be hard to express. Twin flames trigger a lot of intense emotions. Some of these are going to be positive and feelings of love and joy and very high frequency states. Some of these are going to be purge states that are like a lot of lower negative energies that you have stored, that probably unconsciously you didn't know. And it's the shadow, right? Like, okay, we are in, well, tomorrow, but we're in Scorpio season. Let's get real, right? We're feeling those energies, and it's all about the shadow energies. And this is a lot of the times what's holding us back. And sometimes we can't see our own shadow. Maybe other people can, that can help us with it. But I was telling myself, like downloading, that's a lot of the nature of Earth, though, is to trigger those aspects so that we can heal these aspects and to transmute them through the course of our lifetime. So you may have shadow aspects that are coming up. These are usually areas that are holding you back energetically, though, and things that you need to work on. Oftentimes your twin flame unknowingly will trigger some of these aspects to the surface, whether this is, you know, a lot of lower emotions that you have to purge out and release and heal and face, or aspects within yourself own. Oftentimes your twin flame can, you know, amplify, that's the word, amplify, or bring to the surface fears, doubts, worries, things you didn't even know you had to face, to transmute and to clear. So oftentimes there's a ton of stuff that comes up, like layers that come up, and you're going to kind of know that too with the twin flame journey. So continuing to keep your energy clear. And of course, this Scorpio season is all about transmuting some of those shadow aspects. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. So some of you guys, this isn't for everyone, might be not a lot of, I say not enough communication, not a lot of communication. Sometimes it's no contact. And so sometimes the real separations are no contact, no communication. And I think that's to make you to do the work on a deeper level, because if your twin flame's around, I don't want to say it distracts you. It distracts you, it gives you what you want, right? So when your twin flame isn't around, you have to really, really go into these spaces of the spiritual by yourself. Ooh, and we don't like that, right? Okay, so you're having to really dive into yourself and the depths of yourself. And this is how you reach enlightenment too. So there's like this journey of enlightenment that you're on. We have a lot of spiritual awakening energies for the divine feminine. We have a lot of purging things out for the divine feminine, and even healing. If there's been like lack of seeing your twin flame or lack of movement, this is a really good time to shift that. We're in these galactic days are really thin spaces of the veil, but we're in another thin space of the veil with the time of year with Samhain. and everything is very, very open. So you're probably getting a lot of clarity. Now, this can be like getting bombarded with downloads, messages, insights, getting more clear energetically, seeing progress here in the physical, no matter what your situation. Now, even if you think this is for the worst of it, and not saying this is you, right? But even for the ones that have been going through we'll say the worst parts, keep going. These are stepping stones, and they are necessary steps that you need to move through, walk through to get where you're going. And sometimes we don't see that with where we're at, okay? But a lot of you guys have already made so much progress, and you just don't see it because it has yet to manifest or materialize into the physical. So the best thing that you guys can do, no matter what your situation is, to stay positive about things right now, because things are manifesting very, very fast in these galactic energies. So if you're able to really stay positive about what you want, what you desire, and to focus on that, this is the energies going to really aid you or assist you and materialize these things for you right now too. So know that we are in a powerful energy healing space for raising our frequency, but also a space of manifestation and a really, really powerful spiritual porthole gateway as we wrap up the rest of October. This might be pushing things to the surface. Sometimes we have blocks that are in the way of our union. This could be energy blocks, external situations. Now remember, the external is always a reflection of our internal thoughts, energies, and other blockages and things like that. So if you have an external block, third party, karmic, people, friends, family, right, situations, right, geological, all the things twin flame says, remember, the key is always to go within and clear your energy more, because it will dissolve. As you dissolve the inner blocks, the outer will shift and change gradually too. Okay, so October is a huge space for letting go of energy blocks. Now, the reason why is because we're being guided to let go of our past. In some ways, what we've been through in our karmic past has been blocking us from moving forward. This could be, like I said, I keep talking about energy blocks, fears, and just letting go of the past a little bit more is really, really going to help. So there are things we need to let go of. Can you let go of the past and forgive me? Can you trust me again with your heart? One of the biggest blocks I see that causes separations is people going over and over the same narratives. It could be about other people, karmics, things that you guys have been through, things that have happened with you. And this is something I was talking to my own flame about a reset. I said, well, if the planet can reset itself, jokes aside, right? Okay, some of you guys might need like a relationship reset. But if you keep on bringing back, and the problem is oftentimes twin flames go through different stages, and it's like, you know, love at first sight and the love bubble, but then the karma pushes up as the Kundalini begins to activate, things come up, okay? And if you keep focusing on the old narratives, things that didn't go good, problems, things that have come up in the past, you're blocking your way moving forward. Yes, twin flames do a high level of energy work. The problem is like maybe you're really awake and you have that energy awareness, maybe some not so much, and it just seems like there's like been a lot of problems in the connection. Letting go of these old narratives, patterns, stories, and even karmic blockages, because most certainly you've probably been through some type of stuff with your twin flame, and some of you guys don't even realize that they're actually helping to release you from your own karmic wounds and blocks and shadows and things like that. I know. And like with whatever's come up, sometimes this comes back to our own relationship templates, family line templates, our own karmic debts that we have, whatever it is too. So being guided to let go of the past. Some of you guys, it's letting go of an ex actually in your past that might be kind of blocking thing. This could be just karmic wounds from your past relationships that have created fear within your twin flame journey and things like that. And some of you guys will know that. I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as before. Keep working on yourself. That's what it's all about too. And then I know a lot of times people are like, they act like union is a destination or an attainment and that's just it. And I mean, maybe some people, right? Like this is where relationships go to die. Like think of those people that like get in the relationship and just stop trying, or oh my God, right? Or just like go downhill. We don't want to go there. Okay. So it's not like this destination or this attainment. The work that we're doing on this planet is to continue to evolve ourselves on a spiritual level, grow, heal ourselves. And this is just an infinite thing. This isn't like an overnight process. This is like something you need to continue to work on yourself, whether you're, doing, I say more energy healing work is key, cleaning up your diet, self-care, taking care of yourself, but also about bringing the spiritual into your everyday. Like you want to be like making time. I was making a joke to my flame this morning. I said a lot of people aren't wanting to do the work and they have a lot of ego excuses, but there's no excuse that you can't meditate. Like there's no freaking excuses, right? Okay, and making jokes aside, but there's no excuses for this stuff. Like a lot of people are like, you have time to take 10-15 minutes out of your day to meditate. You should be doing a lot more, but at the minimum, right? And to be going within yourself and to be meditating and to be praying and not just asking for things. Like getting in that, like, right? Like to really connect with the spiritual and to bring this down into your life. And this is how you slowly transform yourself, your life, and your world, to bring the spiritual down then too. So we're being given a lot of tools that will help us to do that. So it could be little rituals, like it literally could be like, you know, you're doing something you do every single day. Those things are key right there. You're doing something you do every single day and making it like a ritual, like, you know, so I'll just give you a couple examples. like you brush your teeth every day. How about putting that intention out there that your teeth are really, really healthy and you're healing your teeth when you're doing this? Or, you know what I mean? Like you're putting, like weaving your magic into your everyday life and like doing little affirmations and things within these daily things to make it magical. And that's a lot like what they learned to do in the past. Like you're doing your, you know, shower, your bath, make sure it's like a cleansing space and that you're removing all negative energy, or, you know, you're making your food, make sure you're, you know, praying and putting high vibrations into it to make your food higher vibrational, right? Or, you know, you're drinking your water all day. That's me, right? Make sure, you know, you could be do a little prayer to cleanse and make it more pure, your water, whatever it is, right? To bring your everyday spiritual magic down into the physical, especially with these things that you probably do repetitively and oftentimes even unconsciously, right? And then it's gonna, you know, bring the spiritual down into it. So this is very, very important that you're making more time for the spiritual and making your life more spiritual. And this has obviously the potential, or it's going to really raise your frequency and to make your life a lot better too. So that's a lot of it too, of like, you know, shifting into that 5D reality. Some of you guys, I said, we're in the cocoon vibes. You're going to notice that things have slowed down a lot the past couple of weeks. You probably can sense that across the collective, especially since that full moon. I don't think things are quite back on track yet. So also maybe just needing to stick to, I don't want to say stick to your routine, stick to your flow right now will help you as we're navigating some of these energies as they're about to get real high frequency. This is day one and we always go step into the porthole. We've entered the porthole and usually feel really amazing day one. We'll see where we're at day 10. Sometimes people feel a little wrecked by the 10th day. I know. We're all recharged and bring it. And but we'll see how we're doing at the end of these upgrades. So we're going through some upgrades. These are actually beautiful spaces to work with the energies. I always do activations on these days and these high frequency days. You guys know that about me. So I do have tons of activations on my shop for today's energies, and you know, you can do it anytime. I have that galactic porthole one. I'll be doing the full 10 days. You can do it anytime. You can even do them a couple times if you need them, any of the healings on my site, right? So I do have stuff up too. It's a really great time to do energy work because it amplifies and makes it stronger. And I have lots of, like I said, activations on my website. Check them out. I have lots of stuff up for the next couple of days. We're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes for a shot with you. Some of you guys had to wait and you'll think you're waiting, but you're purifying. And I was kind of saying that too, that some of you guys have gone through so much healing, energy work, and purifying to be fully in union with this person. And this will teach you a lot about the scope of this connection. And everyone's different for how that will go. I know that we have a soul connection. And this is like a soul to soul connection. And you'll notice that too. Sometimes you really feel it in your heart chakra. You might feel like warmth or tingling. And that's how it is too, because our soul speaks to us through our heart chakra, we'll say. And I had someone tell me they were having, I think, pain in that area. And I've been through it all too. That's why I wrote a lot about some of the spaces I had to move through with this. And you'll feel it. Like you might really feel the separations in your heart chakra past, like you're just, you know, moving on and trying to do your day, and you might really feel it. But then when you're in union, you're gonna feel really, really good. like the energy. So I know you have shared energy cords, but it goes deeper than that too. And so we always have these tethers and energy cords, connection to connection too. And negative energy can block up the connections or make them karmic. And when we're in those positive energies, it can really, really lighten up that shared energy, because you're always exchanging energy, often unconsciously. This is why you could be like, I'm just gonna give some examples again. You could be craving pizza, or you had pizza for lunch and your twin flame didn't know it, and suddenly they're having pizza for dinner, right? Because this is unconscious. You didn't say anything, right? And we call this twin flame telepathy, but it goes a little bit deeper. We're always exchanging unconscious energies, and there's always an unconscious exchange that we're not always consciously aware of, and we pick up on things. And subtle energies in that way. That's why it's very important how your energy is. Now, your twin flame is going to mirror back and reflect back your own energy. So when you go into these, we can call them tired state, burnout states, negative states, not feeling well, you know, it gets really bad back and forth. So it's very important of your energy and that you've mastered your energy. So twin flame can be an aid. They're not going to do the work for you, but they can mirror to us our own vibrational state. So I think it's important that we also are, I think it's important for Ascension anyway, that we're learning how to master our energy and staying in these higher frequency states and being mindful of our energy exchanges. I want to reach out, but I don't know how. I'm holding on to the memories of us. Some of you guys think about this person a ton. You might have really nice things like nostalgia from the past. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize I had what I had until it was gone. Some of you guys may have had to lose each other, or I was really just tapping in the attachment. And when you lose someone, friend, twin flame, we're talking twin flame, they fall off your timeline, and you probably, when you go through an ending like that, you're also entering into a new timeline. So oftentimes, if you've ever been through a twin flame separation, you have to let go of this person and start a new timeline and work your way up higher, and they will meet you there when you raise up your frequency. So just know that too. Some of you guys have had to lose this person and maybe go through some space in your journey by yourself or apart. This can be for many, many reasons. That's why I always say to do those readings with me, because I'll help you to see what's going on, what to do, and to navigate that if that's, you know, your situation. I want to have children with you. This isn't for everyone, but some of you guys might have it in your head how you wanted your life to look, and some of you guys might be feeling that or thinking about that with your twin flame. I've heard that a lot throughout the collective recently, or the past couple of weeks. Some of you guys are thinking about that you wanted to have kids with your twin flame. Some of you guys already have kids and you're bringing that together, like you know, I don't want to say blended family, but yeah, bringing that together with your twin flame if you already have kids and you're needing to merge those together. I will wait for you. There's no one else. I feel the same emotions as you all the time. This is something important too, because a lot of times people will be going through, especially in the separations, a ton of emotional intensity. And they're like, I wonder how my twin flame feels about me. They're feeling the opposite, literally yin to yang. So whatever feelings you're feeling all day, you have shared emotions. This is the mirroring of twin flames. Literally, you're having an off day and your twin flame is gone somewhere. We'll just say they're in separation. Just an example, and you're having a really off day and you've been purging a lot. They are too, and oftentimes that's why they avoid you or stay away from you, and people sometimes can't understand that. But when you begin to shift your energy and you begin to stay in these high frequencies all the time, you're going to notice like magic, they come right back into your reality or reach out to you or see you or want to be near you. And this is the pushing away, repulsion of energy. And this is the pulling. And so some of you guys are like, my twin flame's avoiding me. They're not really messaging me. Check your energy. And that when you become magnetic, they naturally gravitate towards you. And when your energy is off, they go, right? They kind of scoot back, we'll say. Just as the universe brought us together, it pulled us apart. Some of you guys may be experiencing this. I have to watch my cards around the cat. She might eat them. I meet you in the dreams every night. Some of you guys are having dreams about your twin flame. For some, this can be intense. You might remember these dreams, maybe not so much. It's very special to dream with them anyway. This is a gift and an ability whether you realize it or not too. So some of you guys are having dreams with this person and you're, you know, connecting on that level. Some of these dreams are okay. Maybe someone said they didn't have the best dreams. It's still a good sign to see this person in your dreams because you're connecting on that other level, especially if for those, not everyone, but some of you guys aren't having a lot of communication here. And that's one way that your souls are meeting in the astral and you're working things out or getting messages about what's going on with them. Pay attention to the message behind the dream or what was going on or what was said. We will come together once fully healed. I feel bad about how things went. I wish I could turn the clock back and do things different. I always think of the clock as Saturn energy. It's karmic energy and things like that. So maybe there's some type of karmic block or something you're needing to heal or release within this union or just to let go of. We have a couple of cards about your mind and opening your mind right now. So this is like crown chakra work. And this is like things might be going, I know the cat, things might be going differently than you expect, and to keep an open mind about how things are going. There might be things unfolding that are past your control or, you know, not getting the results that you want. Usually that's the ego, right? Okay. Yeah, because the ego has everything it wants and expectations and it wants to take control of things and it wanted things to go this way. And it's surrender, right? It's to let go of it. It's to let go of the ego attachment. And twin flame is going to break your ego open at some point. Maybe not yet. You're like, right? It's going to break open your inner child wounds. Not all at once. Later, your ego, you're going to go through certain things within this. And that could be the roughest parts too. So we have this ego card too of shedding the layers of yourself and things like that. Now, good news, there's a very strong chemistry, you have a strong attraction and a lot of romantic feelings for this person. This is someone like, if you're in person, you probably can't keep your hands off of each other. It's very close connection. You guys might have a really hard time staying away from each other, and sometimes that can be hard to deal with because it's like, especially if you have a lot of other things that you're trying to do in your life and stuff like that, it could be like that. And so you might be having a hard time navigating this connection because it's super, super strong and it's like a very strong pull. We talked about that push-pull dynamic. You might have a push-pull dynamic in this connection where sometimes you guys might feel like they're pulling away and sometimes they're pulling towards you. Okay, so we have a lot of sacral energy coming up right now. This is probably even commitment energy and things like this. This person wants a future with you. They might be working through those feelings and things like that, or just trying to figure out what they want with it and things like that. Once again, let go of how you think things should unfold and stay open with this connection. We have a lot of Uranus retrograde energy. That was, I saw a few angel numbers like right when I woke up because I always have a lot going on, right? And I saw a few angel numbers, and the first one I saw was 555 something, right? Yeah, I know. I've been saying that. That's like the Uranus energy, changes in the air, and we don't like change because we have to move past certain things. So you might have big things that you're facing ahead of you, and we do, of the unknown and where it's trying to take you. And this is a little bit different than what we're used to in the Matrix. We've done many, many lifetimes in the Matrix, and now we're navigating the 5D. And so this is change. There's changes coming for your relationship and things like that. Some of you guys might be kind of like, you don't know where you're going. You don't know what's going on. You might have these negative lower emotions that you're dealing with. Like you think that things have not gone great, but it's an illusion, and that things have unfolded as they should. It's part of your own healing. And then raising your frequency. So we have like, there's a lot of things you're clearing in your life right now. And I see that big time in the collective and in my life with the vibrations. You're clearing connections. There's people that come into your life, but they can't maintain the high frequencies that you're on. So you might feel like people are kind of coming in and out of your reality. You might be losing friends. You might be guided to let go of connections that you're no longer resonating with, or they just seem one-sided or not good for you because you've been really used to people pleasing and doing everything for other people at the expense of yourself. And so that's something last 24 hours of Libra season that we're being guided to really assess our relationships, all of them in our life, and to let go of things. And some of you guys, especially in separation spaces, that's where you do the deepest inner work on your own life and the people around you and things like that. So you do have some things are ending and coming to an end in your life and things like that. We are in a space of healing and awakening right now, big time. And so this is like, you might feel like things are not moving fast right now. Hey, kitty. Things are not moving fast right now or fast enough for you. Be patient as things are unfolding or playing out right now. If things are actually manifesting very fast, it might take time for them to show up in the physical. And then once again, we talked about your space, and you're kind of going in that, regardless if it's by yourself in separation or with your twin flame, a lot of you guys are being guided to slow down and to like heal. You get being guided to get out of the matrix a little bit and into your own world. And instead of like being out in the matrix, oh my God, right? And in that energy, you're being guided to, in some ways, pull back, especially on the twin flame journey, and to get in your cocoon, whether that's by yourself or with your twin flame, and to really focus on your healing right now and things like energy healing and things that are good for you and restoring your energy. And this is going to help you a lot. So make sure you're doing extra self-care, extra clearing work. Be gentle with yourself and your twin flame. Some of you guys, for feminines, are very hard on your twin flame. Be a little bit less hard and a little bit more gentle with them. This will bring out more of their own, we'll say, I don't want to say gentle, softer side and less ego too. So this is fear, but you're going to be going into some dark aspects of yourself. Know that you're safe, you're protected, you're okay. This is where you have to face certain things about yourself and your life. And I think our karmic past is a good example of that, of us, seeing some of those aspects that we need to transmute or go into. So dealing with lower chakra stuff right now and fear. We have the Fool card, which is new beginning vibes and things like this. This is starting over and like trusting the universe, having faith in the process right now. Some of you guys are going to get new beginning vibes. For some, this can indicate reunion if you're in separation. So if you're in separation, no reunion comes next. Yeah, it goes through, travels through stages, but you have to do that healing work in order to come out of it. It's not something you can like skip, right? There's things that you need to heal or work on in your life. So sometimes, like I said, the healing is key to that. And then this could be, if you're in union, just bringing new energies into that too. And so this is like, you got something from the past holding you back and some type of inner child healing that you need to work through and stuff like that. Just continuing to heal, we'll say, your chakras right now, divine feminine, inner child wounds and things like that. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, and I like this because this is usually like he's watching things from afar and stuff like that, but this is in reverse. There's some type of block there. So usually when it's upright, this is like they are taking their time and they're a little slow. You're masculine, this is your DM and where they're at, right? So usually it's like, okay, well, they're kind of watching you. They got their eye on you. They're not in a rush with this. Like you might feel like you are. A lot of times the divine feminine gets in this, I call it the chaser energy, and I can always tell. It's always when the divine masculine pulls back, and not for everyone, but you get in this, I need this now, needy, and it brings up the energy that does repel them because they're repelled because of that. It could be being bossy, controlling, telling them how to live their life, what to do, and things like that. And it's so sometimes that can push them away, and we don't realize that, especially going through the process and things like that. So this is an impatient energy, right? And this is like needing to be more stable energetically because they definitely probably will trigger a lot of heavy emotions and intensity within the divine feminine and things like that. So we want to not push and we want to pull, right? Like push, running, right? Pull, chasing, but whatever. Okay. So we want to be in a good balance so that we're not in either of that too. It's all going to come down to your energy balance. Now there is some type of karmic cycle that's being cleared within this connection. For some, this could be travel and things coming together, but usually that's after. So there's a closing out of a karmic cycle. This could even be a cycle with your twin flame when we see this card. You might play multiple cycles with them. Like literally, like for those of you guys, this isn't for everyone. Some of you guys have done multiple separations. At the end of one, that's a cycle. And you begin anew, and whatever it is, or it could be a karmic cycle in the background on their side, on your side, something that needs to close out to open up this connection and things like that. So once again, this is your masculine coming through. They have a lot of energy right now. And remember that we're dealing with Pluto energy. It's very divine masculine energy right now as we're moving into Scorpio season. So they have a lot of like, maybe you've lit a fire in them and motivate them. You don't even see that sometimes. Like when you're in that higher frequency energy, and you're around your masculine, they're getting, I swear, getting stuff done. Like, they're getting stuff done. They're getting lit up. They're getting creative. They're getting ideas. Today's energy and this gateway for the next 10 days is amazing for getting creative ideas, making plans, getting stuff done, getting accomplishment. They're in their fire vibe right now. They're getting things done, but there is, for you, a death happening, and this is my Scorpio season. Get ready for it. And this is, how do you think you get to the new beginning? You travel through the death card, which is letting things go in your life. There's some things that you need to let go of. This could be people and attachments that you have to them, situations, things that aren't good for you, so that you can, this is a twin flame reading, I will remind you. This might be ego for some, that you have ego blocks. So this could be old energies. It could be the past. It could be beliefs. Oftentimes it's very connected with our spiritual transformation and letting go of old ego beliefs and negative beliefs about ourself, our twin flame, our situation. What is shadow? It's the unlovable aspects. It's everything you hide, all your insecurities. You think people don't know about you, but it's always reflected in your outer reality and things that you need to work through. So it's very much connected to that shadow work and releasing these outgrown, worn out aspects that are no longer serving you or are holding you back in your life, of course, but within your union and within your partnership, so that you can open up to better relationships. So Divine Feminine, letting go, surrender, allowing things to unfold. We're going to do a reading for the Divine Masculine now. Just to see what is going on. See. I have stuff up for Somain. That's where I do my working with spirit kind of stuff. Check that out too. You guys can do any of that stuff anytime in my shop, as you guys know, right? This one's coming out, so we're going to use it. So you guys can do any of that stuff anytime. Let's do Divine Masculine, just to see what is going on. Divine Masculine Collective. Divine Feminine, if you're watching, direct messages from your Divine Masculine. I let my ego get in the way. I couldn't let go of my pride, but you saw through me. You know the truth about me. Twin flames can see each other on deep level and are very opposite in a lot of ways, right? Like I was saying to my twin flame last night, I forget, we're always learning new things about them. I was telling them like one of my favorite foods, and they're like, oh, I don't like that. That's how it is with twin flame. Everything you love, they don't like. Like at first. Jokes aside, right? And so, you know, you're always getting to know different layers and things like that. But you guys are very different in some ways too. And that's the fun part of bringing it together, right? Like I always say, you love vanilla cupcakes, they hate it, the chocolate's their favorite, and things like that. And so you might notice that, jokes aside, but you guys can also see each other on a deep level. But this is how you can help each other, even though you're not supposed to reflect back weaknesses and strengths in the work that needs to be done. Now, of course, your twin flame has their own path, and they're not here to do your work. That's codependency, expecting someone else to do our work for us or our lessons, right? And so we got to do our own healing journey, right? And things like that. But your twin flame is going to reflect back things so that you can see them more clear within yourself, being around their energy and around their frequency. So that's why you go into the love bubble and it feels amazing. And you might do these stages multiple times. And then the problems come up and both or one want to run away. And you push apart and like, you know what I mean? And there's the work to be done, the healing work to be done. So your twin flame is going to reflect things that you need to heal within yourself. You're probably going to see them in your thoughts and things you're thinking or noticing about yourself, ways that you need to improve yourself and to continue to heal yourself. You were my sanctuary. You're the only person I could confide in, and I betrayed your trust. You might feel like you can talk to this person, I always say, and they get you on such deep levels. If you guys are apart from your twin flame, you might feel like they've given you the cold shoulder. You've been left out in the cold. That's the masculine. I want you to see the real me now. I've been hiding from our love for too long. Now this, I always say running is like hiding, but it could be other things like that too. It could be not opening up fully. Some of them are like, you know, they want to keep things really superficial. That's a 3D, right? And then we can go to the 5D level. So the 3D is very casual, superficial. 5D is a little bit deeper on the spiritual level. It's about spiritual connection too. And so it's not letting you in fully too. And it just kind of depends on how that's manifested. Our beliefs were just too different. I couldn't reconcile mine to yours. You guys may have different ways of seeing things or are not seeing things eye to eye. We were too different. That's why I'm with someone similar to me. Not for everyone, but some of you guys are navigating karmics. And this could be masculine with karmic or just people around that they haven't cleared fully that are very karmic in nature or to them. You guys are going to know, though, with this situation, I think it's important to have a higher perspective and to understand that we have lessons that we need to work on. And so, like, number one, when you see your twin flame, some of them might be, we'll say, married or in a relationship, or some of them they've left to go be with a karmic. It could be all different things. It could be people around that they haven't fully released. Now, I think it's important to realize that when we signed up to come to Earth, we knew we would have to complete certain lessons, and karmics are connected to karmic baggage and karmic debt and lessons that you need to work out. So I see a lot of times people are like, get rid of the karmic. Well, maybe they can, maybe they can't. They may have things to resolve. And so I think it's very important to try to have a higher view the best you can with your twin flame, that some of them might be still wrapped up in karmic dynamics or karmic lessons. Oftentimes that's the case when you guys met anyways, unless you've done like a really high level of spiritual work. We're talking about the spiritual awakening. And when people wake up, their lives are a mess, if you didn't notice. Yours too. You're like, what? Okay, so when you met your twin flame, you thought you were enlightened, right? But no, you have more work to do, jokes aside. And so oftentimes there's still kind of healing things, working through things. And this could even translate into the outer reality with karmic dynamics and blocks and things they need to heal. Try to have a higher perspective with things too, because the more you push or pushy about getting your way, the more they pull back and run. And so it's very important too to understand, we're talking today about that push-pull dynamic and things like that, and to really have a higher view of these things, because sometimes, most certainly, we've all experienced this, especially the first half of your life. You were not able to be, most people, with your twin flame because they had certain karmic lessons to do with the karmics. We can only learn certain lessons with the karmics because usually they hurt us and they don't go well. We know that. That's the reason why they call them karmics, right? Of how they go. And there's a reason for it too, of why you don't do all those lessons with your twin flame and you only do certain lessons with your twin flame at certain times. And that, yes, there's been other connections. Most of these are rooted in past lives and things that people need to heal, of why they're still engaging in, if they are, or still participating in too. It's like unhealed stuff and things like that. So everyone is different. Some of you guys may be navigating that. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. So they spend just as much time thinking about you. A lot of you guys don't realize that about the masculine. Sometimes they keep their desires a little bit quieter. They desire you. They know the connection. They spend a lot of time thinking about you. I love you, but I'm afraid to reach out and have you reject me. So some of you guys, if you haven't heard from your masculine, this is why. I underestimated how important you are in my life. I've been manifesting you. This DM has been manifesting you. I think this is important too. I was saying that too. You might feel them pulling you towards them, or, you might feel that. I fantasize about you. They spend a lot of time thinking about you, and yes, in that way, things are about to get steamy for some of you guys in the physical that are in union for Scorpio season too. I should have fought for you. Every time my phone rings, I hope it's you. This might be someone, if you're not talking, they're waiting for you to communicate with them, right? or like, say you are, in union with them, every time the phone rings, they're still hoping it's you or think it's you. I can't go another day without you. Like, it's very hard to stay away from twin flames. Some of them try it, and that's how maybe they need to awaken to the connection. Like, it's impossible, I say, and you guys probably learned that in the dynamic. It's different than other connections. All right. I came to Earth just to be with you. We know that we come here with our twin flame. Some of you are starseeds. You came from other galaxies. We'll say universes, planets, right? like you've traveled the cosmos with your twin flame. Some of you guys are traveling Earth with your twin flame, different timelines together. There might be timelines where you always find each other, different realities, different lifetimes. Like I noticed that. I think it took a while for me to figure that out about my own dynamic, that they're with me across so many different timelines, across time and space, and in different lives. And maybe it didn't go good in one life, but you find them for another, and hopefully it'll go better. You're like, right? And sometimes the same dynamics might play out, and we might recreate the same dynamics, not trying to, whether this is past life dynamics or in this life too. So some of you guys have been journeying with your twin flame in this life, and this goes far deeper, where, if you would have incarnated to say planet Earth, you made sure they came with you, and other places like that. Some of you guys have a lot in common in the past lifetimes that you lived, in the planets that you come from with your twin flame. We are created out of the same members of the same stars. My soul was made with yours at the beginning of time. Everything I see now reminds me of you. They might see little reminders. You love chocolate ice cream. They're seeing chocolate ice cream ads. They're seeing your name everywhere. They're seeing little reminders of you, like everywhere, right? Like, they loved this tea, and suddenly I'm craving this tea and seeing it in every shop. Or, they might be seeing people that look like you, and they might be seeing little specific messages from the universe, because the universe loves to send us these little twin flame breadcrumbs and synchronicities. So, they might be going about their life, or some might have thought they were moving on, and they just see everything about you everywhere. Or they go to try to move on, and there's someone that wants to be with them, but they can't. They think about you all the time. They're comparing them to you, and they know that no karmic could ever compare to the twin flame. You need to heal and open up your heart chakra for this connection. Divine Masculine is being guided to heal your heart chakra and to open it up more. Okay, so we talked about this reflective energy, and this is the Divine Feminine coming through. If you guys are apart from Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine is getting clear. Your energy is getting clear and things like that. And we have a lot of the feminine cards coming through too. So there are ways that you both have messed up this situation. Sabotaging patterns have come up. Once again, the shadow work. And some of you guys have really felt a lot of heartbreak over this situation if you've had to separate or have been apart. And like very shattered energy or fragmented energy that you're trying to heal. And if you're apart from this person, they feel like such a piece of their soul is missing, or such an aspect is missing without you. So there's that. For those of you guys that are apart or not fully together, they feel that. It's hard for them to stay apart from you, okay? We have things that are going to come out too. And some of them, this is that, not for everyone, but you might be dealing with that runner energy. And this is like, you haven't seen your flame. They're not really talking to you. They're not really opening up. Whatever it is, some of you guys are dealing with that. Not for everyone. Okay, Divine Masculine is shifting into their higher potential right now. Like I said, they're in that fire energy and really, really lit up right now. And it's all about the fifth dimensional energy right now. So this is like, that you're connected on that higher soul level. You're having a lot of intuitive communication right now. This is the twin flame telepathy where, you're really getting synced up, even if you're apart, but a lot of you guys aren't. You're together. You're getting really synced up with things, in alignment. And this is like, coming together in a cohesive way, I say, in a beautiful way and things like that. But Divine Masculine's been clearing a lot of stuck energy blocks and obstacles and things like that. Clear your energy right now. There could be third-party energy. There could be not a lot of communication. There could be barriers. There's something that you need to clear energetically, Divine Masculine. You might be aware of that if you are trying to get better outcomes and things like that. So stay focused on the outcome you want, and make sure you're clearing your energy and doing that work too. It's important that you are. Okay, so for some of you guys, it's like the love bubble phase. You might be back in it. You might have already done that and been doing a lot of healing. Some of you guys, this could indicate coming out of separation and things like that. But you're being guided to pull back your energy right now. Some of you guys are disconnected from the world, getting ready to do that. Right? Like, yeah, this will help people like, appreciate you better. This is cutting out the people that are not good for you, and things like that, right? Okay, so some of the masculines are kind of pulling back their energy. This could be from friends, family, other situations. You could just be focused on yourself and your own projects, or even your twin flame right now, or your twin flame journey right now. So this is just making more time for yourself. You're freeing yourself, though, from a lot of energy cords and hooks and doing that right now. So we're going to see a lot of, we'll say people, but this is a reading for the masculine, pulling back your energy right now. Make sure you're staying positive. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations are going to bring you together. And you're helping a ton with manifesting this. Make sure you tell this person how you feel. Like, right? Oh my God, make sure you tell this person how you feel. And things like that. Getting in your masculine energy. Masculines are meant to pursue and lead. And sometimes that's taking the initiative. I had someone tell me not to pick. Like, oh, my DF hasn't texted me at all. And I said, well, isn't the masculine supposed to reach out first? Like, right, get in that masculine energy, right? Get out of the feminine energy and into the masculine energy. Make sure that you're reaching out, telling them how you feel, initiating things. So divine masculine is the initiator in their higher energy and things like that. This will open things up. Make sure that you're telling them how you feel, getting honest, communicating clear. This will help with the connection too. So there's a lot of romantic feelings here. And this is like new relationship energy or new connection, or if you're in an existing connection, opening that up and bringing new energy into it. Make sure you're communicating how you feel, divine masculine. This is going to be a key that you need during this time within this connection right now. All right, so we have this 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys might be dealing with situations around money. And like, this is usually like, if you grew up in a family where there's a lot of scarcity, money blocks, things like that, even within your twin flames dynamic and things like that, like this could be just too much focus on money because we have a lot of pentacle cards here. But for some of you guys, you're blocking your finances by holding on to energies that are not good for you. This could be people, things, situations, or even past issues. This is, once again, clear your energy right now. Sometimes you might be getting blocked up and it might be affecting your finances or how you're viewing your finances and things like that. Make sure you're not trying to control things too much right now, and stuff like that. So this is like, make sure that you're letting go of old energies. This is going to help open you up and even open you up financially too. So we have a lot of money cards, but not in the best way right now. You might be feeling stressed about money right now, focused too much on it, and it might be getting in the way of your union too. If you're really like matrix minded or material minded, or just focusing on work, and that's it, make sure you're making space for this union too, and things like that. Some of you guys are getting burnt out. You're exhausted. You're not taking care of yourself. I was saying that about some of these high energies. A lot of people are struggling in these high energies. So make sure that you're taking care of your energy, and in that energy is surrender of the ego and things like that. We can no longer exist within the old ways, and we're needing to slow down a little bit and take care of our energy too. And this is the Wheel of Fortune, but it's in reverse, and this is my destiny card too. So you might feel that there are external things coming up or external forces. You might feel like there's setbacks, delays, things aren't moving along fast enough. Welcome to the twin flame journey. It's not meant to, and this is meant to help you with your ego dissolution and surrender to the ego. So if it feels like that, like things aren't moving as fast as you like, or there's been delays and setbacks or blocks coming up to clear, if there's like things coming up, that's just another layer to clear. So keep clearing your energy so that you can move through and work through these blocks to get into this full union if you're not in it, or if you're in union, there's more problems coming up and there's things for you to deal with. And this is always the energy stuff of it too. So once again, I say for the whole collective, clearing your energy is key right now. Now we have the 9 of Pentacles, and some of you guys see this as your divine feminine energy, where they're prosperous, they work hard, they're getting self-reliant. Some of them might be an entrepreneur, they're very self-sufficient, they don't need anyone, kind of vibes, right? And stuff like that, which is okay. But you're seeing that, like, you might have that view of your divine feminine where you might think that they are manifesting things with ease, or they're very financially stable, but usually they reflect back where you're at, even though people will have that view of it, and even whatever's going on there too. So this is, as you align with your union and come into union, your divine feminine is going to help you to heal money issues, wounds, and challenges there, so that you can flow with more ease and manifest things. Because when you guys start to manifest things together, amazing things start to open up too. So this is also healing something within your union. and with your divine feminine, when you heal things with your divine feminine, you guys really start to flow. This could be new business ideas, entrepreneur, missions, twin flame purposes, right? Gifts, things that you can do together that you can't do by yourself when you align with those divine feminine energies right now. So this could be something that needs to be healed within your divine feminine and within your union. Okay, I'm going on that note anyways. But have a beautiful day. If you need me, just go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. Amazing time to be doing some healings. If you guys need a reading, anything like that, just go ahead and book me on my website.